Hi everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got these two shells today to do. I've had these for the longest time and I'm just looking through my stuff to see what I haven't done yet, and these were sitting there screaming at me to do them, so that's what I'm gonna do today. Now the first thing that I saw with these though are each one had these holes down all the way around the bottom. So I took my hot glue gun and I just filled them all in. Not really filled them in, I covered them up. They were all over. And then I did a water test to make sure that they were not gonna leak. You could probably just leave the glue on because it makes a nice bumper for your table so it doesn't scratch. So I'm not too concerned about that at all. I did measure them to see how much because I don't want to fill it up. I just want a little beach scene. But I'm going to do two different colors. I'm going to do one in pinks and one in blues. So I have my alcohol inks in blue by Let's Resin, and then I'm using my pink ones from Picasso. Then I'll do some waves in white, possibly. I'm still thinking about the waves. But it only holds like, I think it was in this little medicine cup, it was like 6 straws, which is about 20 milliliters. So I got to take that little tiny bit of resin and split it into several colors, which should be interesting. But I found all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to use my local sand. This is sand from Siesta Key Beach, which is powdery white sand. It's actually crushed quartz. It's not really sand. I do have some broken glass pieces to give it a little bit of shimmer maybe. I'm not sure what all I'm going to use, but I have it all out in case I want something. So I have some seashells that are all in the brown family, and then I have some pearlescent ones that I bought at the local tourist trap store. And then I have some of these pearls. I also have these little charms. I just cut off the portion that goes on the necklace. So these are little metal charms. I don't know what I'm going to use. I have these in gold too, but I don't think I'm going to use the gold. So I'm just going to get some resin mixed up and separated before we start. I only mixed up enough to do one at a time because I don't want to be rushed. So I split it into 3 cups. I'm just going to take some sand, get it into one of them. Actually, I need a little scooper. My sand shovel. Nice and thick consistency here. So it's not a runny sand. I want much more than that. Let's try that. Sorry, I think I was off camera, but I'm just scooping sand into here. It's still kind of runny. And put some more in there. That's pretty good. What I didn't do was save it. I need a little drop for white, like literally a drop, because I don't need much white at all. So I'll set that aside for white. I'm going to do 2 different pinks. And I can't remember which is which, so I need to drop it. If you don't know what the color looks like, drop it on a piece of paper towel. I can't remember which one was darker. That one is darker, so this is the lighter. I'm just going to get 2 shades of pink. I know you've never seen pink ocean before, but I wanted to do something a little different. See what it looks like. I will do a blue one. just to keep you traditionalists happy. That one's a little darker, which is what I want. So that looks pretty good. Maybe a couple more drops to make sure, because when they blend together, I don't want one color. I don't really know how to pour this. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm learning as I do this. So don't necessarily copy what I'm doing unless it turns out okay in the end, because at this point, oh, I do want to prop them up with sticks. All right, I just took some popsicle sticks, propped them up like this because they were kind of leaning the wrong way. So I think I'm just gonna start pouring from the back, the darkest color, and work my way that way since it's all gonna flow to the back at this point. And if this one doesn't work out well, then I'm gonna make adjustments to do the second one. So let's see, I'm just gonna adjust that. I'm using my pump resin today, just because it's a little bit thinner than my 4-hour cure. It's just going to blend naturally. I'm not going to help it. Then I'm going to put my sand, which looks like it's going to flow down. I should probably put more sand in, which is what I'm going to do. I want it much, much thicker than that. Let me just pour some in here. I don't want my sand to go down the whole thing. There, it's more like a paste now. Let's see if that works. Hopefully that stays in place a little bit longer. Because I want to put some of those little features in it to stay. So on the next one, I know I don't need as much sand, and I can use more inks. I'm just gonna torch it if I could find my torch. And a little more sand. Let's see. A little bit of resin there. Question is, I'm just going to move these sticks for a minute and see how it flows. All right, so for the waves, I think I'm just going to put a little line of white and use a straw. I'm clearly not going to use my heat gun. It'll blow everything everywhere, so I'll have a lot more control with a straw. And I don't want much. Just barely. A little more over here. This is the only part I don't like because you don't have a lot of control. Let's see if torching it gives me some cells. Torching it will usually give you some cells, which it did. Spritzing it with alcohol will too, if if I could find my alcohol. Here it is. Now for the sand. Let's see. I will put in I don't want it to, wondering if I glue it later or maybe I'll, no, I need to keep it propped up. This could be something I could do later, but I'm not quite sure. I want it kind of stuck in the resin. Well, the broken mirror is fine if you can get it the right way. Of course, it flipped upside down, which I'm not crazy about that. I'm going to take that out. Maybe just put some shells in there. Let's see. And some tiny ones. Of course, I'm probably going to sparkle some glitter in there. About these shells. There goes my pearl. Yeah, I'll take that out for now. Or put it somewhere else. I'm losing a lot of my sand. Wonder if I can put more in. That's probably going to ruin my shells. Clearly, I'm doing this in the wrong order. But I'm too impatient to wait till it cures to glue the stuff on, which I think I might have to do that. I'm going to take these out, fix my sand, and wait till it cures. So since I have leftover sand on this one, I think I'm just going to use it on this while I wait to mix my other resin up. And if it flows down, then it flows down. All right, so I'm just gonna wait till all this cures before I put all my extras in. Let me get this little shell out. All right, so lessons learned. Before I start on the next one, I need to mix up a little bit more resin and be right back. Before I do that, I'm gonna use some of my iridescent glitter, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it, I don't know, I guess all over it. Not too much, just a little bit. We'll see if you can see it after it's cured, I'm not sure. Let me get you down so you can see what this did. So after looking at the pink one over here, the pinks just blended together, so I'm not sure it matters to do two different colors. I'm gonna still do it anyway because I took them out, but I don't think it's going to do much of anything doing them two different colors because it looks like they're just going to merge into one. So I'm just mixing up the light one and the dark one. I don't need any more sand. I don't think I'm gonna do glitter in this one. Just kind of dump them because it doesn't do anything to be concise about anything in this kind of project. Whoops. Just try to be clean, that's all. And then I'll dump this one. Torch it. The question is the waves. The waves are the question. Get that little black speck out of there. So, do I want waves or don't I? I think what I'm going to do is just draw one line with my little, whatever you call this. I'm not going to blow them like I did on the pink one. I'm just going to kind of do that. I don't want my blues to merge together. Then if you torch it, it might create cells in them. I think that was a better idea. I wish I would have done that to this one. And I like the blues on that. So I think I kind of want one of these in there too. These little charms. To cure in the resin, and then everything else I think I'll come back and do when it's dry. So I'm gonna stick these in my curing machine, and I guess I'll be back in a few hours. They're cured and they're done. I didn't bore you with gluing everything on. I just took a hot glue gun, and I'll start with the one I don't like the best. I just hot glue gunned all the shells and the pearls into place so they won't move. Everything is in there. And you could put a clear coat over that if you want to. I'm not going to, I don't think. I don't really have a plan for them. I'm not crazy about the pink one, but it's okay. And then I like the blue one much better because I didn't blow the waves everywhere. So tell me which one you like better, the pink or the blue. I have a feeling I know your answer. So these are all set in place. Those are all set in place. And you can still see some of the natural abalone shell. And I think I'm going to leave the glue on there just so it's not a rough surface for them to sit, and they're sitting pretty good. So they are available. They are demos. So if you want them, just let me know and we will get them to you at cost. These are going to be fairly inexpensive. I just had to buy the shell and a tiny bit of resin. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little video. It's something a little different outside of the mold. And you guys all have a blessed day. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.